In-depth brow tutorial to take your brows from this to this. When I do my brows, I never start at the front of the brow. Think about it like you're doing a coloring book and you have to draw inside the lines. Once I've outlined the middle to the end of my brow, I go to the front with whatever product is left and make sure that line is crisp. You can make the ends as defined or as not defined as you want. Now I repeat the same process on the top of my brow, but this time I start at the end instead of the middle. Just keep working your way to the front of the brow. Always start from the middle to the end. Now I'm doing an upward motion with my brush just to give it a feathered look in the front because you don't want that brow to be too harsh. Now if it's harsh like this, wait for concealer, we're gonna fix it. This is just me doing the other brow. Sometimes I like to use my finger so that the concealer doesn't have to do too much work and it doesn't have that brown cast. Now we're concealing. Don't put product directly underneath your brow because then it's gonna be too much to blend out. So I take whatever I just applied and I like to carry it up towards where I made that line underneath my brow. And once again, doing that middle to end process so that you don't have too much product in the front of your brow. Now I just use my concealer brush to blend it out just so I get that feathered look in the front of my brow and the concealer isn't too harsh. And then I repeat it on the next side. Now I like my brows to be twins and not sisters or cousins, so I like to make sure the concealer is connecting in the middle. That's the best way, especially if you don't like doing that unibrow trick, but that's the best way to get your brows to be even and on the same level. You can see here, you can see the difference between one brow and the other. That one's super thick, the one I'm concealing, and the other one is super thin and sharp, and yeah. Another note, once I put that concealer on, I never go for more. I just take whatever I put on my eyelid and I use it to blend out the concealer until I get to the top of my brow. You only want a little bit of concealer from the applicator to clean up the top of your brows. Do you see how I'm feathering? I'm not going and immediately to conceal the brow. I'm just kind of doing that feather trick. Once again, middle to end, never put too much product in the front of your brow. It's gonna make it look blocky and harsh. Now I'm just taking the concealer and blending it out with my brush so that, once again, it's not too harsh. The trick here is to make sure that your brows are as blended as possible. You can even see me blending the concealer into the front of my brows just so we get rid of that blocky eyebrow look. Make sure you're always going back and perfecting and making sure your brows are sisters, twins, not cousins. If they are, it's okay, just try your best. Now we just blend with a beauty blender and you're done. They should be all even and look good, and this is the final look. Yay! I hope you guys liked it. Bye!